I'm recording. Okay, hey guys, it's Dr. Conley on. Let me get some better light here. There we go. It's Dr. Conley on Monday, the 3rd, and I wanted to give you guys an update. I just went through the grade book. I graded everything, quizzes, discussions, kind of brought it up to speed. I think a couple of you might have a quiz due tonight. Let me just see. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape that way. Um, yeah, here I just wanted to explain what happened with the discussion board mix-up. So you wound up with two discussions for module two. I recently changed the courses so that the first two modules of the second course got moved into the first course and vice versa. So I flipped them. The policy and Medicaid and Medicare stuff that you're getting now used to be in the first course, and all the use and abuse of drugs was here. So it got moved over. At any rate, what I didn't do was suppress the material that I moved. So, yeah, going forward looks good. I cleaned it up and tightened it up so that things will be a little bit more clear for modules 3 through 7. So that said, I know we have another set of Jewish holidays this week. I wish you well for those who are taking time. I just spoke with Dr. Ackerman, teaching the other section of this. She is in Israel for the holidays, so she's all excited. And I know things are a little bit slower right now. So, yeah, I will post deadlines, etc., and remind you guys when stuff is coming around, and we'll kind of go from there. So moving forward, we've got some pretty interesting stuff. Let me glance over at my other screen here, um, for the modules that are coming up. Hang on, and I think we did our 12-step programs. And okay, so we did the common client payer systems, et cetera. You guys what I've seen from the quizzes, you guys are doing fine. Especially a lot of this is about the fraud. Medicare, older people, Medicaid, lower income people, and everything else is kind of in between. Just keep that in mind. I know some of you felt you didn't do as well as you did because payor policy is just simply confusing, and it's always something you have to, unless you are administering the darn program, which some of you may be at some point. I mean, you're going to be MSWs. MSWs wind up in charge of stuff, so you may be involved in your agency's billing, etc. One thing I have noticed in agencies is, uh, it's considered fraud if you see a client and then you see them again and you didn't do your notes from the first time. You have to have notes. If you didn't do notes, it's assumed that the session didn't happen, which is part of the reason I push deadlines. It's the real world. You can't bill for the next session if you didn't document the previous one. That's considered a type of fraud that most people don't think about. But if somebody comes in and audits your agency and finds 12 sessions for which you billed, and yet there's no clinical note of what went on, there's no treatment plan update, et cetera, et cetera. If the paperwork isn't done, then the session didn't happen. And yeah. At any rate, well, you know that. But so we got the common client payer, we got social, political, economic coming up. I'm trying to keep the discussions a little more engaging. By the way, for those of you who did two discussions, the case of Mike Parker as well as the Santos case, you'll get extra points for doing that because it was a lot of work. And I think I waived, if you did two discussions and you haven't hit replies on one of them, don't worry. I'm just grading them all up anyway, as if they were done. So, yeah, we have some stuff about ethnicity and cultural background and all that. So it's coming up good. So that said, welcome to October. And as always, email me if you see something that I don't. If something doesn't seem right, just tell me. I think the course is in a little bit better shape going forward. And I look forward to continuing to work with you guys. I have another lecture that I want to give you guys on some terminology and words. I'll plug that in probably sooner, later, I don't know, end of the week, something like that. It might be a lecture that I give that I'm gonna kind of drop on the announcements across courses. So look for that. Look for a little more Dr. C in your inbox. Take care.